At the City of Joplin, we are a dedicated team of public servants focused on improving our city every day and providing services to help and benefit everyone in the community. In 2024, we built momentum as we invest in major upgrades to this place we all love. We've been working hard to implement the strategic priorities set by the City Council and you, the voters of Joplin. Some may only think of Joplin as a town that was devastated by a tornado in 2011, but those people don't realize how our community is rising from the rubble. We're bigger, stronger, and more resilient than ever. We're setting an international example for what recovery from a natural disaster should look like. Our community has so many exciting things happening, and we're poised for even greater things. Last May, we experienced another, smaller tornado, and the city quickly pivoted to assist with curbside cleanup of tree debris for the impacted areas. It's just an example of the way the city partners with the people, businesses, and organizations which make up our community to propel our story forward. As a municipal government, we take on the big challenges facing our community, issues which no individual or charity can resolve on their own. Complex projects, difficult things, trying to make sure Joplin is ready for anything, ready to take on any challenge, ready to capitalize on every opportunity to make Joplin a little better each and every day. We do the work that keeps our city running, like public safety, road and sewer infrastructure, public health, community planning, and neighborhood services. And that's just the beginning of a long list of services we provide to support our community every year. But most importantly, we never say good is good enough. We are always planning ways to be better. We strive to make strategic decisions so we can create the most possible benefit when acting on behalf of the community. That's why City Council has focused city staff on 6 strategic priorities. Those are crime and safety, economic opportunities, resilient revenue to improve services and maintain infrastructure, improving our community appearance, addressing our declining neighborhoods, and homelessness. In 2024, we made significant progress on each of these priorities. Homelessness, crime, and safety. With an eye towards easing homelessness, decreasing crime, and increasing safety, the city addressed these interconnected issues from multiple directions. The city is engaged as a member of the Homeless Commission, and we funded a full-time position to be hired by the Commission, which will ensure coordinated delivery of services to individuals experiencing homelessness. The goal is to establish a structure for ensuring that our coalition partners are each doing their part so we can begin to see a reduction in the health, safety, and nuisance issues which arise as symptoms of homelessness. We want to help people get back on their feet with dignity and independence. We hired a new chief of police, Richard Pearson, and in his first year, he made great progress leading the department already. He advocated to incorporate social workers into the department, which includes 3 personnel from the Ozark Center, funded in part through the Joplin Philanthropic Society, who are now helping police address issues which are not criminal in nature, but instead require connecting people with the resources they need to get their lives in order, to avoid future interactions with the legal system. Chief Pearson has also overseen a restart of the bicycle patrol and investments into new technology for our first responders so they can coordinate with other agencies and work together more efficiently. We're also making strides to attract and retain police officers, and the City Council have approved take-home vehicles for more of our officers in the years ahead to improve response times and expand the visible presence of our officers throughout the community. This was also our first year to see the Park Ranger program in action as they work to make our parks more safe and welcoming, and are there to assist with responding to issues which don't rise to the level of needing a police response. On the fire side of public safety, we opened Fire Station number 7 this year, which improves response times for those in Southeast Joplin. We also brought 2 new fire engines into service at Stations 4 and 6. Over at the airport, we completed construction on the Airplane Rescue and Firefighting Building to ensure the Joplin Airport is equipped and ready for emergencies as we continue to offer daily air service to both Chicago in the mornings and Denver in the evenings. Economic opportunities. Joplin's population has grown to over 53,000 people, and we've maintained a 2.6% population growth since 2020. That's tied with Columbia for the second fastest growing metro areas in Missouri, trailing only Kansas City for the same time period. Our job growth has recovered from the 2009 downturn, 2011 tornado, and 2020 pandemic, and shown substantial growth. The average wage earned by a Joplin resident is now over $48,000 a year, and unemployment remained under 4% in 2024. You may not realize it, but Joplin has twice as many manufacturing jobs as the national average, with a nearly 30% increase in these kinds of jobs in Joplin just since 2010. Our top 5 job sectors also include healthcare, retail, transportation and warehousing, and accommodations and food service. Several businesses made big investments and created new jobs in Joplin in the last year, including Boyd Metals, Ducommun, Eagle Pitcher, and General Mills. The city worked together with the Joplin Area Chamber of Commerce and our economic development organization, MOCAN, to assist these businesses in the process of expansion and job creation. Their projects add up to over $70 million of private investment and about 200 new jobs. These projects mean the Crossroads Industrial Park near I-44 is filling up, so we worked with the Joplin Industrial Development Authority to expand the industrial park by another 330 acres to help us attract more businesses and jobs. The city also continues to coordinate with Woodsonia, a private developer, on a project which saw a new Menards open last spring, with new apartments and a movie theater still under construction. And even more exciting, we're working with this same developer on the Prospect Village project, which will bring a large sports complex capable of hosting tournaments, along with an anchor retail store, hotels, apartments, and even more retail space. We've been working behind the scenes with the developer for multiple years now, and we look forward to the next steps in the process to deliver this major economic opportunity for Joplin. A lot of people don't realize Joplin is blessed to be the smallest city in America with both a medical and dental school at the KCU campus. We are also thankful to have both Mercy and Freeman hospital systems, which provide so many high-quality medical services to people in the area. The city is a partner in the Joplin Regional Alliance for Healthcare and Health Science, which is a coordinated effort to ensure Joplin continues to grow as a hub for healthcare by training the next generation of healthcare providers. That's why the city contributed $1.5 million into the new Roy Blunt Health Science Innovation Center at Missouri Southern, which will be yet another amazing asset to strengthen one of our largest job sectors. We know there will continue to be many healthcare job opportunities over the coming decades, and we are well positioned to train students right here in Joplin for those careers. Allo Fiber broke ground on their investment of $40 million into a high-speed fiber internet network, which will be able to connect to every home and business in Joplin once completed. The city has worked for years to try to bring more high-speed internet options to the community, and this project will supercharge our ability to attract businesses, remote workers, and all sorts of commerce which requires fast, affordable internet. The city is investing $5 million on top of Allo's private investment in order to harden that fiber network so we can rely on it should we ever be impacted by another large natural disaster. Construction of new homes and businesses also helps create jobs, economic opportunities, and expands the city's tax base. In the 2024 fiscal year, we issued permits for 189 new residential units, including homes and duplexes, with a total project value of over $38.2 million. And we issued 21 permits for new commercial construction projects with a total value over $77 million. Resilient revenue. In 2024, the City of Joplin operated on a $181.3 million budget. We spent over $44.3 million on capital projects and equipment, which our staff used to provide services. The largest expenditure in our budgets is the compensation for our incredibly dedicated team of over 500 public servants across all city departments. In 2024, we added 11 full-time employees, including 2 firefighters, a few public works positions, a team of 4 to create our new marketing and communications department, plus additional administrative staff to help ensure we are processing work in an efficient and timely manner. City leaders are serious about fiscal responsibility and transparency. We believe in earning the public's trust and making sure we stretch your tax dollars to get the most value out of every project we take on. We are expanding our capacity to convey public information in a more proactive manner creating more and better tools for the public to access and understand the city's financial information. We're also proud that the city's recent audits have been clean, confirming our responsible financial practices, and we earned yet another Certificate of Excellence in Financial Reporting. We thank Joplin voters for approving a capital improvement sales tax back in April, which will allow the city to invest nearly $95 million into infrastructure projects over the next 12 years. We've also been aggressive and successful in applying for grant funding, which helps us stretch your tax dollars even further. In fact, by the end of 2024, the city had been awarded $58 million in grants to fund over $90 million worth of projects, which will be completed or in progress within the next 3 years. We're really capitalizing on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, as the federal government funded grants through the American Rescue Plan Act and the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law. But the foundation of resilient revenue is encouraging private investments, which grow the city's tax base. This year, we saw new brick-and-mortar businesses such as Menards, Whataburger, and multiple marijuana dispensaries, which also helped the city pay for services by collecting the local marijuana sales tax. These revenues help us invest in major infrastructure projects, such as the newly completed Connecticut road widening, which was celebrated with a ribbon cutting in December, along with 2 projects which are still under construction at 4th and Murphy and the intersection of Zora and Duquesne. Improving community appearance and declining neighborhoods. The city is now making the extra effort to ensure city projects include beautification elements to improve community appearance and ensure city investments are a point of pride for the community. You can see this at work at the 4th and Murphy intersection and a variety of upcoming street, stormwater, parks, and trail projects. In early 2025, streetscaping will begin along Main Street between 8th and 15th Street. We removed dead, dying, and invasive trees from various parks and public facilities last year, installed new trail signage, several new park entryway signs, and new city limit and wayfinding signs. We were also able to dedicate Senator Ron Richard Memorial Park in a section of Campbell Parkway as a celebration of his contributions to Joplin. We made electrical and lighting improvements at Mercy Park, which serves as the template for 9 other parks around the city, which will soon be getting similar upgrades along with security cameras to increase safety and assist police with investigation of any criminal activity occurring in our parks. The electrical upgrades also allowed us to really enhance the Christmas tree trail in Mercy Park. This summer, we opened both Cunningham and Schifferdecker pools for the first time since the pandemic, which required a huge recruitment effort to have enough lifeguards, some of whom were even credited with saving a life this year. The Parks Department partnered with this year's Leadership Joplin class as they helped complete the first phase of outdoor games at the new Boomtown Playground in Cunningham Park. We've also been busy preparing plans for a major renovation of Ewart Park to include a splash park, covered courts, amphitheater, and an ice ribbon, improvements which will draw families and breathe new life into this historic park. And Council have approved funding for the Dover Outdoor Recreational Area as a destination bike park. We've also planned the Tin Cup and Grand Falls trail improvements. Together, these will create connecting routes from Grand Falls to various other parks and will include a beautiful new suspension bridge. The City Council approved neon signs in downtown again, allowing property owners to restore some of the character of Main Street's heyday, when the glow of neon signs over nearly every business drew people to shop and spend time in the heart of our city. But the biggest step we made towards neighborhood improvement was our use of American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA grant dollars, to help 87 families buy homes through the Joplin Homebuyer Assistance Program. We are also still in the process of helping about 80 homeowners in low and moderate income neighborhoods make needed home repairs, including roofs, siding, and HVAC, through the Joplin Home Rehabilitation Program. We also demolished 12 decaying structures which had outlived their usefulness, and will be able to use ARPA funds to demolish about 100 more structures. In their place, property owners will be able to build new, modern structures. So what's ahead for 2025? If you're wondering what 2025 will bring, think orange construction cones. Several city projects will be under construction at the same time. The next few years will really look like a renovation or makeover for our community. When we feel frustrated by construction phase detours and delays, please remember how much better all these improvements are going to be once completed. All of this is citizen-driven, of, by, and for the people. We always need volunteers to spend time helping guide the decisions of the local government, from city council to boards, commissions, and committees. We strive to be transparent. We offer opportunities to engage, and we're doing more than ever to try to keep you informed. We strongly encourage you to sign up for the city's new monthly email newsletter so you can keep up with all the amazing things happening in Joplin. The City of Joplin serves the community in a wide variety of ways, and we do it all with love for our neighbors in this place we call home. We want to see our community succeed and grow and thrive. 2024 was a year of momentum building, and over the next few years, you're going to see some really big projects which will transform Joplin and lead us into our next, more prosperous chapter. Thank you, Joplin, for your support and for being excellent neighbors to one another.